Today's lesson is about simple interest. Your learning target says, I can use the simple interest formula to solve a variety of problems set in real-world contexts. So here is your note page. You have a formula to use. I equals P times R times T. Well, let's talk about what all those parts mean. The I stands for the interest. Interest is money you either pay because you've borrowed from somebody or is paid to you because someone has borrowed from you. Principal is the P. That's the amount of money, so you're thinking money here, either borrowed or loaned. R is the rate, and we're going to make sure we use our percent key on the calculator. On my yellow calculators, it is the second row from the top, third column, right under the delete key. So make sure you can find your percent key. And the T stands for time, but it has to be in years. If I give it to you in months, you cannot use that number. You have to convert it to years. Okay, so you'll notice on your note sheet that I have done this one for you so that you have one correctly done problem in your notes. But please follow along anyway. So Brandon found a bank offering a certificate of deposit that pays 4% simple interest. He has $1,500 to invest. How much interest will he earn in each amount of time? So let's do our 3 years first. We're going to use our formula, the interest, because that's what we're looking for, equals the principal, the money, times the rate as a percent, using the percent key, times the time in years. So our interest is going to be the money, $1,500, times 4, using the percent key, times 3. So I want you to pick up your calculator. You're going to type in the money, 1,500, times 4, and hit the percent key, times 3 years, and hit enter. So the amount of money that Brandon is going to earn in 3 years is going to be $180 extra that he's going to earn above the $1,500 he invested. Let's try if he left it in for 30 months instead. We're going to use the same formula. The interest he earns is the money times the rate times the time in years. He still is going to invest $1,500. It's still 4 using the percent key, but this time I can't use this 30. That 30 is no good because I can't use the months. So to figure out how many years that is, I'm going to take my 30 months divided by 12 months in a year, and that's going to be 2.5 years. That's the number that I have to use in my formula. So pick up your calculator and take your money, 1,500, times 4, and use your percent key, times 2.5 years. And if he takes it out in 30 months, he will still earn $150 extra in interest. All right, here's the first one that you are going to do in your notebook for practice. It says an office manager charged $425 of office supplies on a charge card with an interest rate of 9.9%. How much will the end of the month bill be if he makes no other charges on the card? So we're going to use our formula. Interest equals the principal, the money, times the rate with a percent sign, times the time in years. So we can fill in some of this information. The money is $425. The rate is 9.9. Don't forget your percent. But the time in years, we don't know yet. So I'm going to do this down here in green. I want to know 1 month. 1 month. So I'm going to take 1 month divided by 12 months in a year. And if you pick up your calculator, you're going to get this crazy decimal, this one. Forever and ever and ever until the end of time. You and I are going to make an agreement right now that any time we ask for 1 month, we're going to use the decimal 0.08. All right, so let's go back up to our formula. We had the money times the percent using the percent sign. And for 1 month, we are always going to use this number. So go ahead and type in your money, 425 times 9.9 and hit your percent key, times the decimal for 1 month, and you're going to get 3.366. But that doesn't look right for our money system. Remember, we can only have 2 decimal places. So our interest is going to round to $3.37. Now, it'd be awfully nice if you only had to pay the $3.37, but credit card companies are kind of particular. They say when they send you the bill, they say you have to pay back what you borrowed, the $425, and the interest. And so the bill will come to you saying you owe, or the office worker owes, $28.37. All right, here's another example for you to work in your notebook. We have Terry, and Terry has $2,000 to invest, and he's trying to decide which is the better deal for him. Should he put it into a savings account where he's going to earn 4.5% in 2 years, or in the stock market where he can earn 10% for 9 months? So we're going to do this, and we're going to compare. We're going to use our formula, money times the percent times the time in years. All right, so let me switch colors. We'll do the savings account in red. So if Terry goes the savings account route, he's going to have $2,000 times, our percent is 4.5%, times 2 years. Would you pick up your calculator and figure that out? When I did it, Terry's going to earn $180 with the savings account. So let's look at how he would do with the stock market. So he still has $2,000 he's going to invest times 10%, but I cannot use that 9. Over here in the corner, I'm going to take 9 months divided by 12 months to figure out my years. I have to use 0.75. Cannot use the 9. So go ahead and multiply your money times your percent, and use the percent key, times the decimal for your years, and Terry is going to earn $150 in the stock market. So he wanted to know which was the better deal. Well, when you're earning interest, when you are, let me change my color. When you are earning interest, like in the stock market, you want the bigger money. So even though it's going to take him longer, the bigger amount is in the savings account, so that's where Terry should put his money. All right, you're going to try this one as well. Nicole needs to borrow $1,250, and she's got a couple of options. She can get a loan and pay 9% interest, pay it off in a year, or she can charge it to her credit card where she's going to pay 15% interest and pay it off in 6 months. All right, so let's figure this out. Which is the better deal for Nicole? We're going to use our formula. Interest is the principal times the rate times the time. All right, we're going to do the loan over here in red first. So she's going to pay, her principal is $1,250. Her rate for the loan is 9 and use the percent, and she's going to pay it off in 1 year. So figure out how much interest Nicole is going to pay on that loan. I calculated that she is going to pay back an extra $112.50 if she goes with the loan. Let's try the credit card. She still has to borrow $1,250. This time she's going to pay 15%, and you cannot use the 6. I need years, not months, so I'm going to take my 6 divided by 12 to figure out the part of the year. Comes out to be 0 and 5/10, so that's what I'm going to multiply by. Would you figure out how much interest Nicole will pay using her credit card? It looks like Nicole is going to pay $93.75 if she goes with the credit card route. Now, when you are paying, so when you pay back money for a credit card or a loan, you really kind of want that to be the less of the amounts. You want to pay back less. And so it looks like for Nicole, her best interest is going to be to pay back only $93.75 instead of $112.50. So in this case, she should probably go with her credit card. Video question number 1 says, Mrs. Hanover borrows $1,400 at a rate of 5.5% per year. How much simple interest will she pay if it takes 9 months to repay the loan? Pause me while you work. Come back when you're ready for question number 2. Video question number 2 says, Laura borrowed $2,000 from her credit union to buy a computer. The interest rate is 9% per year. How much interest will she pay if it takes 15 months to repay the loan? Pause me while you work it out. Come back when you are ready for question number 3. Video question number 3 says, Alma charged a $30 handbag to her credit card with an interest rate of 8%. How much will her bill be at the end of the month if she does not make any more charges? Work this out. Pause me. Come back when you're ready for question number 4. Video question number 4 says, which is the better deal? Should Audrey save her $3,500 work bonus in a CD that pays 10% interest for a year and a half, or a savings account that pays 4% interest for 5 years? And explain why. Pause me while you work this out. Come back when you're ready for the last question. Video question number 5 says, which is the better deal? Should Matt borrow $15,000 for a new car through the dealership, which will charge him 5% interest for 48 months, or his credit union, which will charge him 3.5% for 60 months. Tell me which one is the better deal and explain why. When you are done, make sure you have this with you tomorrow for checking.